Messages from the dead, when a dead person's phone rings. Imagine waking up at 3 a.m. to the sound of a message notification. You grab your phone half-conscious. Then you freeze. The sender? Someone who died months ago. Not a joke. Not a scheduled message. But words no one else knew. And the strangest thing? Sometimes, the call arrives at the exact moment of death. Are these technical glitches? Psychological disturbances? Or do some people never truly leave us? In this video, we'll explore terrifying true stories of messages and calls received from people after their death. Then we'll delve into the scientific explanations. And finally, the most terrifying and mysterious theories. In 2011, an American woman shared a bizarre story that sparked widespread controversy. Days after her grandmother's death, her phone began receiving blank voicemails from her grandmother's number. At first, she thought it was just a network glitch. But on the third night, a 12-second voicemail arrived. There was no clear speech, just slow, ragged breathing, as if someone was trying to speak from a great distance. When she showed the recording to a sound expert, he said the file hadn't been altered. But the most terrifying thing, the phone company confirmed that the number had been deactivated immediately after her grandmother's death. No one could use it. Nevertheless, the calls continued for a whole week. Then they suddenly stopped. To this day, there is no official explanation for what happened. Similar examples around the world. Example 1. In Japan, a strange phenomenon spread after the 2011 tsunami. Many people said they received calls from relatives who died in the disaster. Some phones would ring. And when the other party answered, all they could hear was the sound of the sea. Others said the sound was intermittent, as if the caller was underwater. Example 2. A man in England lost his friend in a car accident. A week later, he received a text message that read, "I'm sorry, the road was dark." The problem? These were the last words his friend said before the accident, and no one else heard them. The message deleted itself minutes later. When he tried to take a screenshot, the phone completely froze. Example 3. In Mexico, a story circulated about a woman who received a phone call every night at the same time. When she answered, she heard nothing. But in the background, the sound of a clock. Months later, she discovered that the time matched exactly the hour of her husband's death. 3:17 a.m. Scientific explanations. Despite the strangeness of these stories, science attempts to offer logical explanations. The first explanation is scheduled messages. Some apps allow future messages to be sent, even after the phone owner's death. But this doesn't explain live calls, or strange sounds. The second explanation is network and system errors. Sometimes, numbers can be recycled quickly, or data can be delayed within communication systems. The psychological explanation is the most intriguing. The human mind during grief may interpret any random signal as an attempt at communication. A static noise, a fleeting notification, or even a dream may transform within the grieving person's mind into a genuine message. Science calls this continued emotional connection after loss. But some cases remain unexplained. Now, we enter the darkest realm. Some researchers of paranormal phenomena believe that human energy doesn't completely disappear after death. They say that electronic devices may become a conduit for that energy. There's a name for this phenomenon: electronic voice phenomena, or EVP. It's the recording of unknown voices within devices. Some believe that spirits use weak frequencies to communicate for brief moments. But the most terrifying theory says that these messages aren't from the dead at all. Rather, they're from something else that knows how to mimic their voices and memories to instill fear in the living. And that's why many stories end the same way. A final message, then complete silence. As if something was simply watching. If your phone rings tonight, and the name of someone who passed away years ago appears, will you answer? Or will you let the phone ring forever? Write in the comments. Do you believe the dead can communicate with us? Or is it all just illusions created by grief and fear? And don't forget to subscribe to the Mystery Brief 85 channel. Because some stories shouldn't be heard alone at night.